Hello RV Shop and Chef fans, we're in the shop again today. We're looking at the project to replace the Coach television. This is a 2007 American Coach. This particular one has a home theater sound system, has a sort of a B-grade amp built into a DVD player that becomes the heart of the whole system. That's connected to surround sound, which then fires speakers throughout the coach. And here you're looking at the Samsung 43-inch 7 Series 4K television. It's a TU7000. They measure these TVs on the diagonal. So we're going to install this TV, but it won't quite fit in the cabinet. We'll install the wooden faceplate. That's a great big wooden cherry faceplate. We'll install that wooden faceplate, and then we will pull the arms out through the faceplate and install the TV on the TV mounting bracket. All right, so here you're looking at Mounting Dream model MD2617CA. And if you take a good look at how the bracket is set up, you have a big frame on the back. That frame is used to bolt to the carrier in the cabinetry. Here you're looking at the Coach in its original configuration. There's that old 32-inch television mounted behind that pretty frame. We're going to actually put the new television in front of the frame. And the hole is something less than that, 30-ish. And the height of the hole is 20. So 20 by 30 holes. And let's look up at the front of this Coach. This is an American Coach, Tradition 40J. That's an 07 model. And there you see the structure of how they built the television. And that would give us a 43-inch television mounted in the Coach. This is an 07 Tradition with the woodwork intact and the TV on the face of the woodwork. And I need to remove the screws that I have in holding the bracket in place. And so we'll get that done now. Once that bracket's down, we'll take the bracket, the television, and the faceplate all with us, and then go to work on adapting the bracket. And I've got an impact wrench here, and just got a couple of screws holding this in place. I'll get a grip on that frame, and then we'll go ahead and bring these screws out. Alright, we're going to remove that frame. Make sure we don't ground these wires that go to the front surround sound speaker. That brings the frame out. We'll take all the components with us and go to work on fabrication. Here you see the TV mounting bracket bolted to the carrier frame. The carrier frame has been spray painted flat black to make it disappear in the hole and match the TV mounting bracket. With that assembly bolted up and bolted to the aluminum frame of the Coach, we're ready to come back now and install the cherry wood faceplate, and then we're going to extend the bracket forward out through the window of the faceplate, hang the TV on it, and then snug it back up against the faceplate with some heavy bungee cords. The TV has a Visa mount pattern on the back, and the arms that came with the mounting bracket are bolted to the TV. Here you see on the couch the cherry wood faceplate that goes on the front of the cabinet. Originally, the 32-inch TV sat behind that faceplate. The new TV is too wide to fit in the hole, and so we're going to mount it on top of that faceplate. And here's the box for the mounting bracket. And you can see it is from Mounting Dream. We got this through Amazon. It's model MD2617-CA. It's a heavy bracket. We went heavy so that it would be less likely to be flung around by any kind of motion in the coach. And you can see I used a square bracket design here to mount to the carrier. This is a big aluminum frame that you remove in American coach, and you just lay it on the floor, and then you arrange the measurements for this bracket right here, lay that on top, stencil out where you're going to drill holes. That bracket has aluminum faces on it for square aluminum build. You're simply going to drill holes through that bracket as it sits on top of the aluminum carrier. We'll bolt that up to the aluminum carrier, and from there then we'll mount the carrier back in the coach. It has a channel. A bunch of self-tapping screws are through that today, and it holds it right up against that mounting bracket, or right up against the frame inside the coach and the cabinetry. And there's one more thing that I want to share, and that is when you get to Mounting Dream's products, you're going to see troubleshooting manual, then you're going to see installation manuals. There's lots of details here, how you'd mount to wall studs, how you'd mount to other sorts of mounting solutions. It's pretty simple. Here's your mounting instructions, and what's really neat about this is that it also can be leveled after you've framed it up. So you've got 4 bolts through that bracket on the back of the mounting frame, and now you find out that you're slightly out of level left to right. Well, they have 4 screws on that bracket. Those screws are right here on the right side and on the left side of this articulating plate, right? And that's going to allow this bracket to rotate left, or I should say the right side up, left side down. Meantime, you can see the bracket, the superstructure that's there in the back. Then you see the television carrier, which was aluminum, and I painted it with flat black paint. Then we set the TV to where, and we know the TV is 22 inches high and 38 inches wide, 38 1/4 wide. And so the TV comes exactly to the outside edge of this cabinet. It'll look super, but we needed some clearance at the top because there's a wooden trim plate we want to put up. And then we need some clearance at the bottom. That trim plate would probably be 4 inches at the top, and I think something less than that at the bottom, maybe 3. So let's take a look at the trim plate next, and then we're going to go back. I left these bolts loose when I drilled the carrier to make the TV bracket go on it. I left these loose because I wanted to go in and put Loctite on them. And so now the next question is, we're going to come back and we need to install the faceplate. And the faceplate is going to go up because the TV can't fit behind it. It is a big enough TV that it's going to have to go on the front. It overlaps these pieces of trim right here. It will not go inside the cabinet. So we're going to mount the carrier, the TV rack, this is a Mounting Dream TV mount. And then we're going to put the faceplate over that, and then we're going to install the TV on top of this rack. All right, let's get to it. Right, my first concern with this faceplate is making sure that I've got the center channel audio attached. And we're working here in the dark, and so I need to get this where I can reach it. So I'm going to find that center channel audio, get as much slack out of it as I can get. Now I am told, do not on these systems ground these wires to each other or to any grounded object in the coach. It will trash your home theater system, and so we want to be sure that we've got these mounted up correctly and not grounded out to each other. Right. So we've got that in. That's the center channel on the surround sound. That's the cable right there. And so really the next thing I need to do is I need to get these cords through the faceplate. So the long HDMI, that's super easy. I can just drop it in. I've got some others. What are they? Right here's my RGB. Then I have my power cord. And finally I should have my OTA antenna. That's this line right here. And so I've got pretty much all I need, and I just need to get probably one of the screws that holds the faceplate up, and then we'll mount that to trim this out. And our mission is to get all the wires through so that it's easy to get the antenna. I'm sorry. So it's easy to get all of the wiring connected to the TV as we get it up there. Now this rack can come forward quite a bit, right? So the trick part about this is that we can pull this out and then stand behind the TV and plug all that in, and then let it snap back against the wall so we don't have to reach around the back and fiddle with it. Alright, there we have it. The TV's up on the rack. We do have the peel and stick peel covering here, and so this is a brand new television. I'm going to just peel off some of that, but this is a complete screen cover. Now you can see that the screen can be slid around on the rack with no problem, and so we're going to need to make sure that we have that nutted down, and so that means 2 more bolts and 2 latches that go over the mounting dream bracket to be sure that you've got that all tied down. Now what we're going to need to do is get a remote and put some batteries in it, and then turn this thing on. Now the latest project has been upsizing the television. Just a quick step inside, we're going to take a look. There is Miss Liebling. And as you look at the TV, there it is mounted. And so we've got it in. I've got a cord hanging down, I see right now. And so the concern was this corner right here, right the edge of that TV. But I don't feel bad about that. Actually, that feels pretty good in terms of where that TV corner sits. Now this is being held up against the frame of the cabinet, the trim, by a pair of bungee cords, one on each side, with a pretty good bite on the TV mounting bracket that I mounted to the carrier, and the carrier mounts into the frame inside the coach. So it looks pretty good. And there's the 43 Samsung that we have mounted. And if you take a look at how the TV sits in the installation, it's pretty trim here on the sides, right? So that came out good. Here along the bottom, we didn't have to remove the plate on the bottom, but you can see here where those screw covers are. We could definitely take that off. But otherwise, it looks like it's in here pretty well. Here you can see the TV actually recesses into the cabinet just a little bit. Our measures were perfect to take the curved back and bring it into the back of the cabinet. It's probably got a 1/16 of an inch or less, but it actually helps it sit in that location. And so this whole TV arm articulates out, which helped us get it all set up, including the flip latches that attach it to the bracket. But yeah, it's all in and the project is finished. But for now, I think we're going to declare this project complete. Well, there's the result. You're looking at Samsung Plus's content from the internet. So this is streaming over the internet. And that is the picture that you get. And as you stand back, it's a heck of a lot better view than if you were looking at a 32-inch TV with a frame over the front of it. So I'm actually pretty psyched about the project. And there you can see kind of the installation. Comes out looking. Got it inclined a little bit. Can push that back a little bit on those bungees. There you go. So, yep. Great picture. Good internet reception. Nicely mounted. I think we'd call that a success.